Here I'm is. Here I'm is. Live, no jive. Still getting over the effects of that cold. And now, folks, I am officially old. 60 years old to be exact as of Saturday. And I want to thank each and every one of you. I've already thanked you on my official Facebook page, but I want to thank you here where I'm talking to you. I want to thank everybody for all the text, the posts, the emails, the comments on other people's posts, the phone calls that I got over the weekend. Everyone wished me happy birthday. It's never, ever ceases to amaze me. I keep saying it, but it's because I mean it. I do not take it for granted. And thank you very much. Thank you so much. One thing that happened Saturday is I got a surprise visit from my brother. And he gave me a birthday present. Before I show it to you, I want to tell you a little story about it. And I'm going to channel a little Robert Plant right now. One night, I believe I told you this before. One night. Have I told you? I don't know if I told you or not. But you know what? I'm going to start telling the story. And if you've heard it before, if you chime in and go, hey man, we done heard that story, son. You got to tell us some new. Well, then I'll already be like 2/3 of the way through the story and I won't be able to. But anyway, the year is 1968. My father is stationed at Fort Meade Air Force Base. And I don't know why, but anytime we got stationed to a city, we never lived on base. We always lived off of base. And this was no exception. We lived in a little town called Severin, Maryland, and we lived in a trailer park called Bronski's Mobile Home Village or Park or something. It's 68. I don't remember, but I'm gonna shorten it up because I got a lot of stuff to tell y'all about tonight. But we used to have the ice cream truck used to come around. The Good Humor. This is back whenever they played the music, ding 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 ding. You know, and you'd hear it all through. You know, they have speakers on their truck, and we had 4 rows in our trailer park. 2 rows on, 2 rows of trailers on each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 4 streets. Well, man, to go to the 4th or 1st row was like going to another country or something. You always said, now you just stay on the 2nd and 3rd row. Well, man, the ice cream truck came down the 2nd row. So I went and probably did my best beg and whine, shuck and jive to Mom. Let her give me a quarter so I can run over there to get some good ass ice cream. Well, it was a bonus that day. Not only did you get, when you gave them that quarter or dime or whatever it was, it wasn't like $18.50 for an ice cream sandwich like it is now. But you got a bonus. You got a t-shirt iron-on. All loosely based on Universal monsters. And I got one that was loosely based on the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I mean, you don't know. If it's werewolf or Creature from the Black Lagoon, I love it. Even though it was altered to not look exactly like the creature, it was creature enough for me. I mean, I wolfed down my whatever I got, ice cream sandwich or something. And a little girl from the neighborhood, she was older than me, but she comes walking up and says, I mean, she's just kind of wondering, like, years later I would hear that that's the way a rabid animal looked, disoriented. Just, I mean, keep in mind, I'm like 5 years old. This girl must have been 8 or 10. I mean, I would like to really believe that she was not high on something, but what do I know? I'm 5 years old. I'm real proud of my creature transfer. I can't wait to get home to get Mama to put it on something. I don't know what, but she's gonna put it on something. And I show the girl, hey, look what I got! Look at this creature. Man, she takes it out of my hand like she's gonna look at it. She kneels down, lays my transfer on the ground, scoops up a handful of gravel and dirt, drops it on the transfer, and I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm 5 years old. What am I going to do? She takes it, makes sure the gravel rubs it in real good, starts tearing it up. And she dumps the gravel out and just starts tearing it into pieces. And she just drops it on the ground and wanders off. She didn't say a word to me the entire time. She never changed her expression. It was that deadpan shark. And of course, I start heading home. Crying all the way. I can't believe this girl just destroyed my damn creature heat transfer. But I don't know what happened after that. I guess I got over it. But anyway, fast forward 50 years or so. My good friend Tesco V, he's a serious toy collector, collecting mainly stuff from the 60s and 70s. He's got a group of guys that up around that Michigan area called Toy Mafia. And they do toy shows and stuff like that. And I guess they wheel and deal among each other. And one of those guys posted a picture of what were called the Good Humor Premiums. The toy collectors call those things premiums that came in cereal. Things were were given away free with food, like corn chips, like the Frito Bandito eraser or the WC Frito, stuff like that. But this guy said, I got a whole set of the Good Humor iron-ons based on the Universal Monsters. And man, there it was. It was right there. It was the creature, my creature. And I was so happy to see that. I don't dare ask these guys, hey, you want to sell that thing, son? I was just happy to see it. And I saved the picture. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I typed out a really detailed version of this story on Facebook when I found the picture and I posted the picture. Well, my brother, I guess he had heard that story growing up quite a bit, and he saw that art and he saved it. Now, I don't know if he was saving it until I turned 60, but he came up to me Sunday. He came to visit Sunday. And he's had 2 t-shirts he made for me, and I want y'all to see this. There it is. That was my iron-on that got destroyed. I got it from the Good Humor Mang. And It got destroyed right in front of my face, but there it is, reproduced on this beautiful t-shirt. He made me two of them. Made me this tan one and this kind of cream off-white. He said he didn't know what to do, you know, since it was on transfer paper. He figured it was kind of some kind of off-white something or another. But I am very, very pleased with these. And Greg, I love you. And this was quite a gesture. And I said to him, man, you have no idea what this means to me. He says, yeah, I do. So, a little story from the old JC childhood. Man, we got a lot going on. I got a lot going on, man. Well, day after tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Let me have a little dunkel to clear my throat. Yeah, I've been drinking a little bit more beer during the holidays. Anything wrong with that? Yeah, Brad, Mondo, before the sleeves are out. Because you know them sleeves are coming out. But Thursday is Thanksgiving. I heard something on the radio today that just really irked me good, man. Someone is speaking for the indigenous people that were so brutally treated during the real Thanksgiving. They demand we stop using the term Thanksgiving and we start calling it truth-giving. And we tell the truth all the time. Let me ask you a question. Do you think this is Native Americans doing this? Native Americans would not draw such embarrassing attention to themselves. It is privileged white college kids doing this. The same ones that a few years ago, because they didn't like the idea of Thanksgiving, gave us Friendsgiving. I'm a traditionalist. I do it the old-fashioned, all-American way. It's Thanksgiving. And I ain't going to discuss it anymore. I don't have to discuss it anymore. Because if I just don't look at y'all's comments, I don't even know you said something. But I do like looking at y'all's comments. I do like to feel like I'm being talked with. Thanksgiving. I am thankful that I truly did make it to 60 years old, because I'm telling you, I wrote in my post I didn't think I would make it, and I know a lot of people think, oh, yeah. I really did not. When they were talking about, when you retire at 65, I was like, I don't have to worry about that. I ain't going to make it to no damn 60. I really didn't think I would. I mean, neither of the brothers Young made it. Now, I'm not saying I lived the way they lived, but I don't know. But I'm thankful I did. I am thankful for my beautiful, loving wife, who I've talked about it a lot on here, but man, I have not gone into the depths of how she has she saved me. She saved me from getting surgeries that I did not need because some doctor, some medical group knew I had insurance, and they were like, Well, let's do all the shit we can do so we can start tacking on those damn bills. If I'd have gone that route, I don't think I would have been here to C60. Or if I was, it would be in a much worse state than I am now. I'm thankful for her. I am thankful for each and every one of you. Whether you're with me here watching right now, or whether you're going to watch it tonight when you get home from work, or whether you're going to watch it tomorrow, next week, watch it while you're driving down the road, while you're working in the warehouse, while you're sitting at home, cleaning the house, whatever. All of you. Anybody that has ever come and seen my Rockin' Teenage Combo shake, shimmy, and jive, I am thankful for you. For every single member that has been in this band, whether the endings were good or bad. It was things that had to happen. It was a step that had to be taken. It was a move that had to be made, and I am thankful for each and every one of you. The record companies. I am thankful for friends that I've had my entire life. Friends that I've had over the last 20 or 30 years. People that are still my friends today. And this might freak some of you out, and I don't really care, but I'm thankful for the Lord above for letting it all happen. I mean that with all my heart. So I will not be changing Thanksgiving to truth giving, unless you want to just say, I just told you some truth. But as for, you know, the nut jobs trying to change everything, wreck tradition and everything, I got some truth for you. Right there. All right. Lighten it up a little bit here. Well, thank you, everybody. On Thanksgiving at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Some guy wrote me and said, we're in Chicago. That must mean 12 noon. Man, we're Eastern. 10 a.m. Eastern. When you go back across the country, you get an hour less. I imagine Chicago is in the Central Time Zone. Am I right? That will be 9 a.m. your time. In California, it's going to be 7 a.m. So if y'all getting up, getting ready to clean the house, blow leaves off the driveway, whatever you're going to do, you got people coming over, you got nobody coming over, you just wanted the place to be clean and nice and quiet. At 7 a.m., man, you get on that thing. You can pre-order the Joe Buck Yourself Joe Young split single. It'll be live, but it is a pre-order. Now I'm going to tell you what that means. Can you dig it? So, you order it. You've got one coming to you. Whether you order the gray vinyl, of which there are only 100 made, or if you order one of the copies in black vinyl. If you order it, you got one. Now, I don't think we're going to sell all 300 on Thanksgiving Day. I don't. But by some strange miracle, if we did, and you don't get the I'm going to wait till that thing comes out, son. But we sold them all. There ain't going to be no release date where I have them in hand, because I'm going to have to send them all out. So my advice to you at 10, 9, 8, 7, or if you're over in Japan, what's it going to be? Like the next day, Friday. Order it. 300 That's all there's going to be. There's not going to be any more. And that song, Bitter is the Day by Joe Buck Yourself, is a fantastic song. And this performance of it is amazing. The Joe Young stuff is a soundscape put together by Malcolm Tent, supervised by me. You're going to enjoy it. I listened to it about 3 times in a row the other day. Just listening to Joe talk. It was really good. The day after Thanksgiving. You know, I have a store. I got a big cartel store. So when you have a store, what do you got to do on the day after Thanksgiving? You got to have Black Friday. You got to have Black Friday deals. And I am going to have Black Friday deals right there in the big cartel store. They're going to go live as soon as I wake up Friday morning. Even on a day off, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's sleeping late for me. Usually I'm up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. On the road at 4:30. So, when I'm sitting there, the day after Thanksgiving, off of work, sipping nice hot coffee out of my Sophia Loren coffee mug, I'm going to grab that old phone and hit active on the Black Friday deals. Now, there's one Black Friday deal. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. I got it on there. But it's going to be a thing where if you buy 3 long-haired weirdo titles, you get a 4th one for free. All you got to do is go in the part where you send me a message and say, hey, Jeff Clayton, you got to give me that Callie Hellstrom for free, son. I done bought all you damn Scott Savage. You got to give me some Callie up in here. And I will. But I've got it. I don't know. I may have to just make it to where you just do that on your own and just say that it's available to do. But it'll only be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then it's done. And the new Joe Young split single as a long-haired weirdo title is not eligible for the Black Friday deal. I'll make that clear right now. The others are very self-explanatory, and I don't have to go into it and make up some big story as to what I got to do. What time is it? Oh man, time's slipping away. Slip away. Slip away. Slip away. Yeah. Did y'all see the good Bobby G hats that I put up out there today? I just got these in today. Look at this beautiful stuff. Man, I love that red hat. He's going to make me some of Cosmic Commander. But look at this. Black and white. Beautiful. All black. Charcoal and black. Beautiful hats. Beautiful hats. They're on the big cartel store right now. I don't have a bunch of all of them, but hey, get you one. Now, Jim's telling me I can't have Black Friday. It's not politically correct. Oh, well. You know how IBM is. Man, I had a long talk with Malcolm Tent today. And we're talking about upcoming project. Man, we have got so much going on. Hey, what's going on? Well, I can't tell you about all of it because I would spend the rest of the damn show just talking about tentative chalkboard ideas. We've got so much. See, I love having guys in the band that, you know, bounce these ideas. And, man, there's never going to be a shortage of stuff. I would like for you to check out the M Vibes podcast posted on the ANTiSEEN page, my personal page. I imagine it's also on Destructive Central. Give that a shot. A few things I want to plug, and then I'm going to talk about some stuff, okay? All right, just plug the M Vibes. The George South action figure. Dunning-Galoob style. The cutoff day for the pre-order, I think, is December 11th. Just in case I'm wrong about that, I'll make sure that's done right. But I've got it posted on all 3 of the pages I just mentioned, if you are interested in that. The George South action figure. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Tint talks about some good old-fashioned tunes. 7 p.m. The Malcolm Tint Facebook page. And please don't forget. Please. 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 Don't forget about December 8th. ANTiSEEN at the Milestone. 54 years of the Milestone being an underground alternative, whatever you want to call it, club. I have seen many legendary shows there. I have created many legendary shows there. And I'm getting ready to go create another one on December 8th. Me, Walt, Malcolm, Sir Barry. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out party in the street like you ain't never seen. You think the 40th anniversary was the cherry on top? No, 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 no. That was the ice cream and the chocolate syrup. Here comes the cherry right here, so y'all be there. December 8th. In a Great Disasters heavy set. All right, that's all my plugs. That's all my news. Now I want to talk about some stuff. Man, I'm so terrible with names. And if I haven't said or referred to a name in a long time, and I talked to Trip about this, Trip McNeil, he's kind of the same way. It's like if you don't exercise that information, it kind of just disappears. And I don't remember the guy's name, but if I saw it, I think his name was Joey, but he was up from around Roanoke. And he gave me a burnt CD of a CD of old Virginia area soul music from the 60s and the early 70s. And I loved it so much that I eventually tracked down the actual title of it. And with the advent of Discogs, you can find just about anything you're looking for via Discogs. I found it. I bought the CD. And man, there was a group on there that I was just enamored with. And they were called the Honeybees. Turns out they were a trio. Young ladies, and the young lady doing the lead vocals for the group had such a unique vocal delivery. It was almost like a whine, but not in a annoying way, if that makes any sense at all. But they had a song called It Happened on a Tuesday, and they apparently did these singles, and it's nothing that was ever part of a major label. So if you ever find one of these singles, and I forgot what the label was, I should have been better prepared to talk about it, but and I don't think they ever did a full-length LP. I didn't know that at the time. But the other day I saw a post on Facebook. And somebody had posted on there talking about an album that had just been reissued by Real Gone Music this year, or last year, 2022. And, man, they did a really faithful reissue. And I thought, and somehow I thought this was the same group. But this was a group called Honey and the Bees. So it's the same 3 words, but with an and symbol thrown in there to knock the whole thing off. It's not the Honeybees, it's Honey and the Bees. But I saw it, and they said it was available on Amazon. And, you know, I mean, y'all know how I feel about all this 60s and early 70s R&B music. I love it. I love it. And I saw some guy in the comment. Well, I'll get to the comment in a minute. But I saw it, and I was just like, man, that's got to be the same group. And I was looking at the picture of the back, and it says, like, one of the girls was from South Carolina. One of the girls was from North Carolina, way up there near the state line. I was like, it's got to be the same group. But it wasn't. It's not the same group. But this is Honey and the Bees, the album called Love. They were a Philadelphia group, you know, Gamble and Huff and all that stuff. Matter of fact, Gamble plays on this. Oh, Leon Huff plays on this. But it's Honey and the Bees, and it's also pressed on honey-colored vinyl. Look at this; it's beautiful. And I had the rare occasion where I was home by myself the other day, and man, I got to listen to this and some other records I hadn't listened to in a long time. Look at that back cover. See, man, I love this aesthetic right here. The full color front, you know, the group picture. The black and white back with all the information, some liner notes, you know, some song titles, credits. I love it. And but I saw the post about this record, and one of the guys commenting says, it sounds like a female version of Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. And man, when I played it, a lot of the songs sounded just like the Miracles. It was the song, you know. It was the song. They were playing a Smokey Robinson and Miracles song, and then they come in with the singing. The singing's, you know, completely different, and they didn't use the titles, but it was very, very pleasing to my ears, and that's my thing to turn y'all on to tonight: the Honeybees. The Honeybees. No, Honey and the Bees. See, I still got the Honeybees on the brain. I still want to find something by the Honeybees other than that one song on that compilation. But that might be, well, it was a single. They had to have a song on the B-side. But I was playing a playlist at work, and that song by Jackson Browne came on called That Girl Can Sing. It was break time. I was having a text conversation with my good pal Mike Cook from up around New York town. And I just said to him, I said, man, who are your favorite female vocalists, like, of all time? No genre, you know, not breaking them up in genre, just of all time. And we share a whole lot of same musical likes and stuff. And man, when he said his first, I was just like, oh my God, Karen Carpenter. I'm just like, man, I cannot believe you said Karen Carpenter. I said, because for me, my favorite female vocalist of all time is a toss-up between Karen Carpenter and Christine McVie. And I said, I cannot believe you said Karen Carpenter. I said, because if there was ever a human being that had a singing voice of an angel on earth, it was Karen Carpenter. And that just got me really back into looking into these old 60s group. I like a lot of that stuff that wasn't, I mean, look, I love the Supremes, I love Aretha Franklin, but I mean, everybody knows those songs. I like the women that were the second and third tier hit maker. You know, maybe they just had one hit, and maybe they had none. Maybe it just didn't take. But I'm that way with some of the guys too, man. I really like this fella named Garland Green. I wish he had more of an output. I get anything I can ever find by him. But and you know, you could say, oh well, you know, what about Wendy O. Williams? I I think she was perfect in the context of the Plasmatics. The Plasmatics could not have done their thing without Wendy O, in my opinion. It wouldn't have been the same. But as far as she's my favorite female vocalist, she's one of my favorite female performers. And but vocalist, man, it's Karen C. And Karen C. and Christine McVie. And you guys know I also love Cher. I don't like to hear her talk about anything, but I love to hear her sing. That girl could sing. I like female vocalists. A lot of people don't. They don't like metal bands with female vocalists. All my favorite metal bands, with the exception of a few, like St. Vitus and Witchfinder General and all. Black Sabbath. Were they heavy metal? I don't think they were heavy metal. I think they were Christian rock. Yeah, Wendell. I know y'all had Wendy O at Kidnappers. I was at that show. Yeah, that was the famous show where her shoe came untied. And she put the shoe up on the monitor and she looked down at me and she goes, "Hey, tie my shoe." What did I do? I tied it. What was I going to do? Yeah, when she sawed the guitar in half, I got half of it. So there, I got her to sign my book, Heart in Your Mouth. And I got her to sign a version of Commander of Chaos, which I think I have that for sale up on Discogs. I didn't like the Plasmatics metal stuff, man. I like their punk rock. The first couple albums, all those singles. God, those singles are so good, man. You'd be hard pressed to find some stuff a whole lot better than that. That girl could sing. She could sing. I know what y'all saying. Well, why don't you let the girl sing then, mofo? All right. Well, guys, gals, do y'all have anything you'd like to ask me right quick? Because I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up a little. Wrap it up! I'll take it. I'm in a pretty good mood tonight. Can you tell? Except for that thing about truth giving and friends giving and all that. Other than that, I'm in a good mood. I had a good weekend. Clintonzilla, favorite birthday memory. Well, man, I'm telling you what. Turning 60 is going to be a good memory for me as long as I hold out. Turning 50 was great because, man, my good friend Jeff Williams, my girlfriend at the time, who she was now the first lady, Rebecca, and my good friends Lori and Lisa, they all got together and planned a surprise party for me when I turned 50. They thought 50 was a big milestone. I guess it would. But, yeah, they had it at Tremont Music Hall. And, man, it was all done under the guise of... we were supposed to have a meeting about some of Chris Raddock's photos. And it's like all of a sudden there was a big problem. And I had to get in there and mediate between these two women that had completely different ideas of what we're supposed to be doing with this stuff. And I'm the one that's supposed to be the referee. And it was not a job I was looking forward to. And, man, I dreaded it. And we get there. And, man, everyone's cars are hidden. There's some out there, but I'm not paying attention. I'm worried about what's going on. I figured they had a show there that night. And, man, I go walking down the hall, and I'm just like, look, now, we're going to go. It's going to be okay. We're going to settle. And then I turned the corner, and it was, surprise! And I was like, That was a good one. That was a very good birthday surprise. Marvin Haywood's asking me a question. I ain't going to answer your question right now, Marvin. You'll find out why. Birthday memories. Man, I don't really remember a whole lot. I remember my mom made me a kiss cake one year. It must have been like 78, 77, something like that. Had two little plastic acoustic guitars with a kiss in the middle of it. It was great. But here I am. Here I'm is. Being 60 is my biz. What you gonna do when you're here with me on Break On Through? Well, I can tell you this. Next week, I hope you're all here with me. I hope you invite some other people to show up. I hope you get some other people interested in a little BOT. Because next week, sitting right here in the Break On Through studios with me live, giving his after WrestleCade weekend report is going to be the one, the only, Mr. Number One himself, George South, is going to be back here on Break On Through next Thursday. So I'm going to have a graphic up. I want you all to spread it all over town, spread it all over the city. Spread it in the clean forest, spread it where the streets are dirty and gritty. I want it everywhere. I want everybody, you have to be living under a rock to not know that George South is going to be on Break On Through next Thursday here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can you dig it? Man, I know you can. And it is going to be, you know what I'm going to say? Y'all already know what I'm going to say. So why don't y'all tell me something and just go ahead and say it's going to be a knockdown, drag-out, rock and roll party in the street. Probably with a figure four leg lock at the end. That's right, Brad Mullins. The best thing going today. Break On Through. Next week, George South, special guest. I always love having George on the show. I don't know how either one of us is going to do with this new 8 o'clock time. We'll probably both be yawning talking about working class. But I will leave you with this. I hope you all have a great week. I hope you have a fantastic holiday. Whatever you decide to do. Whatever you decide to do nothing. If you just have a nice day off of work. Want to catch up on some TV shows you ain't been able to watch, or listen to some records. Do something. Or if you got a big family gathering, man, I want you all to have a great time, and I want you to have a good weekend, and let's get back at it next week. Let's go at it. Full blast, working class. We got to make ends meet. You got to hit the street. I'll say it again, no matter how corny it may start to sound to you guys, but I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for every opportunity I have ever been given in my life. And there have been a lot. There's been a lot of bad. But without the bad, how do you know what's good? Right? May the Lord bless each and every one of you. And old JC is going to be thinking about you too. Take care, everybody. Good night.